Hey, welcome to Man Kitchen Recipes. I am Kevin, and tonight, look how this weather is crazy. It is, I can wear a t-shirt out here. It's not even that cold. It was sleeting and hailing just the other day. Okay, so tonight I'm going to make sausage stuffed shells in the Pit Boss Lexington. There you go. How about that? I'm going to show you how to make these inside. But these are made in the pellet grill tonight, but I'm also going to include instructions on how to make this in the oven. I'll put a link to the recipe that's on my website, and both instructions will be there, both ingredients and instructions. The ingredients will change for if you're doing it in the oven. You're going to go ahead and make your noodles normal and boil them and all that. But in the pellet grill, you just put them in uncooked, and look at that. All right, so let me show you how it's done. While the pellet grill is heating up to 325 degrees, what you're gonna need, some jumbo shells. I use Chihuahua cheese. It's a good melty cheese. You can use mozzarella for this. Some Parmesan, some beef broth, some marinara sauce, salt, pepper, Italian seasoning, ricotta cheese, and a $20 egg, and some Johnsonville hot sausage, 1 pound. You can use ground beef if you want, or non-hot sausage, and a little bit of spray oil to go in the pan. All right, let's get this going. Sausage is cooking. I'm gonna add 1 egg. We're gonna make our ricotta filling for the noodles. Got 1 cup of ricotta cheese, and we got about a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. Looks good. And then just salt and pepper to taste. I'm going to go in with probably about a half a teaspoon. And then a little bit of salt. Maybe about the same. That's smoked salt, so we're going to go with that. Okay, then we're just going to mix that in. Okay, when your ground beef or your ground sausage is cooked, you do want to get the grease out of here the best you can. You can pour it out if you want. I like just soaking it up with paper towels because that way it can go in the trash and it doesn't make a huge mess. You don't have to get all of the oil out, but as much as you can. Okay, and then you want to add a 1.5 cups of your marinara sauce right to your meat. Okay, and then just mix it up real well. My flame is already off. And the reason why you want this much is I'm not cooking the noodles ahead of time. We're doing this in the pellet grill, and you need moisture, extra moisture to get the shells cooked. Let's get this assembled. We're going to spray the bottom of this pan. And then I'm going to put I was going to put a 1/2 cup of sauce, but it left 1/2 cup, so I'm putting the rest of the jar in the bottom here, and then we'll start stuffing our shells with the cheese. Now, depending on the size of your shells, these are jumbo shells, but I know there's some that are bigger. Depending on the size, you'll get 12 to 16 in like a 9x13 pan. So I put the ricotta cheese in that $20 egg in a quart-size bag, but I have the wrong kind. It's pleated on the bottom, so I cut the corner off the top part. And what you want to do is fill your noodles with the ricotta and set it down here in the sauce. And you can spoon it in if you want, or you can use a bag. If you have a piping bag, obviously that's what you want to use. So we're going to fill these up, and then we'll add the meat. Okay, so I got 16 in here, and I should mention the reason for like the extra sauce, and I'll put some broth in here too, but the reason is because I'm not cooking the noodles first. I'll include in the recipe on my website how to do this in your oven as well. It won't use as much sauce, and it'll cook at different temperatures. So at this point, you want to put your sausage or beef mixture on top of each one. It doesn't have to be precise. If it spills over, that's fine. It'll just get in the sauce. Okay, so I got the shells stuffed with the meat. The rest of the meat we just put down below. I'm adding 1 cup of beef broth. And again, this is being cooked in a pellet grill, so the moisture is going to cook the noodles. Since I'm not pre-boiling these noodles, you can pre-boil them and go that route if you're doing these in the oven. And then you just want to top each one with cheese. You would probably put mozzarella. I love this Chihuahua cheese, good melting cheese. You want to just top each one with the cheese. And you want to put some Parmesan in with that as well. All right, I'm going to cover this with some foil and get it out to the pellet grill. Okay, we're running at 325, and again, you know, I got my foil on there, wrapped pretty tight. This is going to go at 325 for 50 minutes to an hour. And no, this isn't going to get smoky flavor because we're basically using our pellet grill as an oven. And then at the end, we'll take the foil off and let it get about, you know, 10-15 minutes of smoke. But that's going to be all it is. So I'll see you in about 50 minutes and we'll give it a check. 50 minutes. Lighting is horrible out here. So basically all I'm going to do right now is take the foil off and let it melt the cheese and bake on top for another 10 to 15 minutes. Be careful opening this. It is steaming. Take a look. Look at that. Yeah, those noodles are going to be done. I threw in some garlic bread about 10 minutes ago. So we're going to have garlic bread with it. So I'm going to let this go uncovered for about 10 to 15 minutes. You can crank it up to 375 if you want to get a crusty top. Maybe add more cheese, but looks pretty good. All right, I'll see you when I'm taking it out. I did add a little cheese for the last 10 minutes on top of each one, and I think that worked out a lot better. All right, how hard was that, right? It took me probably 30 minutes to actually put it together, and that's including doing your filming and everything. When you do the videos, it does take a little longer than if you weren't doing a video. So anyway, there it is again. Got the light wrong. Okay, I use sausage. You can use hamburger meat if you want. I use the hot Italian. You can just use regular sausage. I even threw garlic bread in the pellet grill right there at the last 15-20 minutes. All right, let's give it a taste. Well, the noodles are definitely cooked. If I can get one out of here without making a huge mess. All right, there you go. Yeah, it's steaming hot. All right, let's see if I can do this without making a mess. Wow. I got to tell you, you can use a pellet grill for so much, not just smoking food. Now this sausage and shells, it doesn't have smoky flavor because it's cooked, you know, covered with foil. All right, there's another bite. Oh my goodness, it's really, really good. Okay, well, if you got a pellet grill, you want some Italian food, definitely make this. This is so good. So good. I'm just telling you. You got to believe me. You can make it in the oven. It's going to be just as good. All right? Thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe for more videos like this. I make all kinds of different food. And honestly, I appreciate all your support. I hope you come back, and I hope you have a great day.